Nazi firearms basically saved the Israel. No, really, this is perhaps one of the biggest ironies of the modern history. Today, we are going to talk about the Israeli K98 Sniper Rifle. Now, as you remember in the previous episode, we did had problems with this rifle and the optic mount. The solution was 2 quick welds on the mount to the base, and this was something what was done on other sniper IDF rifles, K98 IDF rifles, and we basically copied the solution. And a big thanks to my friend Nathan for doing those welds. That worked out really good. So we starting with 305 yards distance, and as you know, all targets on this set, they have to die. So I open up with the headshot and then follow up on the body shots, main body shots at the small targets, and finally the smallest, the midget target, got whacked in the center of the plate. So this was a very nice stage, and it went as according to the plan.
Alright, mission accomplished.
Next was a little bit tougher challenge. That's 365 yards, know your limits rack. And as you know, we are progressing from the biggest to the smallest plate. Each plate has only one shot, and if you fumble the ball, fumble that shot at any plate, then game over, basically.
On the roll here.
So as you can see, I had no trouble knocking out the biggest plate, and then I went down, and finally I stumbled on the smallest tiny plate. And I think what I did, I was seeing in the scope that maybe I moved a little bit on that plate before.
Pushing nicely.
And I tried to overcompensate for it, and that caused the miss.
Oh! It's okay.
But no worries, we moving to the 404 yards, and this is the new placement for the targets. I placed 2 targets in the background of that white midget target, so if there is any miss, the innocent innocent hostages in the background are dying. And boom, there you go. That's a beautiful headshot. You could see, interestingly enough, that the plate behind that white target swinged a little bit, but it was only from the debris, from the bullet. It was a good headshot on target, beautiful shot. This is one of my favorite stages. This is at basically 447 yards, and this is a prone-based target, and it is sometimes challenging. Depends because of the lighting in that zone. You got a lot of shadows and things like this, but as you can see, boom, no issues whatsoever. And we moving to the 508 yards vintage rifles shooters club target with the small cutout for the gong. Can we knock out that gong? No, we can't. We're going for the neck and headshots today, I see. That worked out nicely. No gong hit though. Alright, 555 yards target. This is again a small midget sized target, and taking the aim and executing, and boom, very good hit. 610 yards line, and we do have another vintage rifles shooters club target, this time no cutout. So what I got here is a challenging, boom, beautiful neck hit. This rifle is absolutely on fire today, there is no question about that. 652 yards. Another midget small size target. I'm reminding you guys, this is a 1/3 IPSC size target. Very challenging targets. But again, boom, beautiful hit, and no issues, no problems. This system just works great. And finally, we coasted to 710 yards, and I decided to go for the small 1/3 IPSC size, midget size target again, and let's see what's going to happen. Boom, there you go, no question about that. This rifle is a hammer. Absolutely beautiful performance. I could not ask for more from this rifle, this scope, and this ammo. Now there is a time for the trick shot. Let's see if we can pull this off. If you will look into the picture from the scope, how I'm seeing those targets. So there is a very small, tiny target hidden behind the 600 yards target, main target. So my target is at 710 yards line, but because of the foreground of the 610 yards target, that 610 yards target is covering the large portion of that plate. So basically what I'm doing, I'm going to lob that round over the 610 yards target and deliver the hit, hopefully at 710. Let's see what we got. And that's a beautiful shot again in the neck area hit. So you cannot make this up. An absolutely tech driver. It is jaw-dropping performance from that rifle. Big thanks to Mark for allowing me to use this rifle and for borrowing it to me. It was a pleasure, and the rifle worked out just perfectly. So let's dive into the history for a moment and to understand how Israel even ended up with those rifles. After Israel declared independence on May 14, 1948, the whole hell broke loose and the Jewish forces were in dire need for firearms. One of the best sellers of weapons to Israel was Belgium, and very quickly Jewish forces focused on the K98 rifle as their main battle rifle. Of course, at that time, FN made K98 were coming chambered in 7.92 by 57 or so-called 8mm Mauser in the USA. It wasn't until late 1950s and early 60s when Israel decided to go with the 7.62 by 51 NATO as their main military round. The mid-60s was the golden era for sniper programs around the world. Israel was no exception. Around that time, Israelis converted some of their K98 rifles into the sniper rifles. Scopes and mounts were made by the Swiss company Wild Hirburg. Scope had 4-power glass and was featuring very common at that time simple pointed post reticle. Elevation turrets were with a BDC in meters markings for distance adjustments. Over the years, IDF used many different scopes on their K98 sniper rifles. Perhaps the most common scope used was Nimrod 6-power model, but they were also seen with Calais, photonic scopes, and so on. Going back to the rifles, these sniper rifles retained their original FN made walnut stocks. but the stocks were extended, lengthened, and had a large rubber pad installed. You can clearly see the difference in the wood color used for those extensions. Also, very important addition was made. Unique in look, cheek riser was installed to the stock, which provided sniper with very comfortable cheek weld. The standard FN front handguard retainer was modified and the swivel was removed. Israeli FN false link swivels were installed in the butt as well as the lower part of the forestock. This allowed the use of the US surplus target slings. The Israeli also installed an extended hook safety, which was very unique in shape and was specially designed to clear the scope. K98 Sniper Rifle stayed in the IDF service until mid-80s, when newer Mauser SP66 started pushing them out. That being said, even today, some of the K98 snipers are still on the inventory books with some of the police and security forces units. I wouldn't be surprised if one day we will see them still in action because of what's happening in that region. So, is it worth it to purchase this rifle? I honestly think yes, it is. Now, the question is about the price, and I honestly have no idea what's the current going rate for it is, because I have simply not seen anything like that recently on the market. If you have seen somewhere, if I missed some auctions, please let me know in the comments. I think that the rifle would call in today's environment, today's market, at least for $5,000. Now, this brings me to another point. Those rifles have seen a lot of action. There is no question about that. So if you're looking for a pristine, untouched example, you will be disappointed. From what I have seen, at least few examples, they have seen a usage. As you can see, it's not affecting my accuracy with this rifle, and you can still go and kick ass. Now, that being said, the stocks will be probably beat up. You have to be aware of the issues with the mount, which pop out to me, and I can almost guarantee you're going to have the issues with those mounts. Also, if you look into the bore of those rifles, you will see that they were used, right? They still shoot beautifully, but do not expect to have a minty condition. That's basically not going to happen. Big thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe and comment on that video. Also, big thanks to our Patreons. As always, guys, thanks for your support. We are inching closer to have maybe a $500 in contributions. Big thanks for that. It always helps with the ammo costs and all other costs. If you like this video, as I said, please like it, subscribe and comment it. Maybe we can beat the YouTube algorithm. Alright, that's it. Big thanks to Mark for allowing me use this rifle one more time, and see you in the next video. Bye.